What's going on, subscribers, WSTL supporters? What's up, man? I don't know, this topic about pack leader is pretty dope, so I'm gonna stay on it until I think of something else that needs to be addressed. I'm beating y'all. Comment section, I'm beating y'all to the topics. Anyhow, I want to talk about how certain things that you do in life outside of your dog transfers to bad leadership. So let's say you're that person that when the alarm clock goes off, you hit the snooze. One of the ways that's going to transfer to your leadership with a dog is you're typically not going to care about the issues that you're facing with your dog, and you're going to hit the snooze on that. Meaning, if you know your dog needs training and he acting out in public, sorry, it's tough to do. Hold the camera with one hand and put the shades on. All right, here we go. Yeah, you're gonna be that person that tries to just keep the dog and not correct the issue. So I'm laughing because it's just like people don't be that conscious enough to see how that transfers, but it does. Or let's say you're a person that procrastinates. Oh, I'm gonna get this done this weekend. But then you look back how that transfers. You said that to your dog trainer who you were supposed to set an appointment with, putting it off. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk, and then you never really talk. Life is something else. If you really pay attention, it's interesting to see how a lot of things that we do transfers over to other things, and we're not conscious of it because we're in our heads most of the time. But that stuff transfers. It transfers. So if you're a disciplined individual that does very well with time management and you meet deadlines, you have a better chance of becoming a more proficient pack leader because you realize the importance of getting things done. We told about our dog trainer, I need you to every day walk your dog for 30 minutes and split that in half with the other 30 minutes with obedience training. And you're told to do a minimum of 20 downs, 20 sits, 20 stands, and 20 recalls. A person who's disciplined will get that done. Now, a person who procrastinates may or may not get it done. And what they'll do is someone will be like, oh, well, I did 10. And then you wonder why when you tell your dog to sit, he don't listen. Because you didn't put the reps in. You know, this thing is not rocket science, man. It comes down to consistency. It comes down to, taking the advice of the people who know. Me being such a nice individual, I want all dog parents to reap the benefits of having a more obedient dog. Realistically, that's not going to happen because people are going to decide to do whatever they want to do. And only a small portion of people will actually get it done. So you got to ask yourself, what are you doing in your life right now that's spilling over, that is transferring over into your dog, and it's the reason why your dog is acting the way it's acting, out of pocket. Your dog is out of pocket and falling all over the floor. You need to pick it up off the ground and put it back in your pocket. So, I don't know why, but it's just funny, man. It's just this is my personality, man. It's just I'm very conscious and very thoughtful. And the older I'm getting, the more in tune and more conscious I'm beginning to get. They say, oh, father time comes with wisdom. Not for everybody, but for me it has. You just gotta focus on bettering yourself. And one of the ways you could focus to better yourself is a fine line between what you do in your life and getting the job done. One of the things is when you get the job done, you get to rest, you get to chill, you get to reap the rewards of knowing that you put everything into whatever you were asked, or just even in life in general. So one of the things about me is I'm a perfectionist. So me being a perfectionist, that's not a lot of people. So if I'm told to do 20 downs for my dog because I want it to be perfect, I might do 30. I might do 40. I might even do 100. But to some people, that's excessive, right? Look around you. Everyone who's done stuff mediocre is not on a high level. Everyone who's been obsessive at something is usually the person that's dominating in whatever industry they're in. So there's a lot of truth to what I'm saying. You know, you can't expect mediocre effort to outcome greatness. Are you one of those people that tell people things and then are willing to bend the rules? That's another big thing. That's a huge thing right there. Are you one of those type of people? If you're one of those type of people that are willing to bend the rules, I mean, don't get me wrong. That's in some point of time we all bend the rules, right? But what I'm talking about as far as bending the rules, like if you say, like let's say you're gonna use a family with a father with two daughters. Let's say the rules is I need you guys inside the house at 7 p.m. every day. If you are one of those, if that father decides to allow his child to come inside the house after 7 o'clock, he's bending the rules. And guess what his kid's gonna do? His kids are not gonna respect him. Like, well, if he could bend it this time, he might be able to bend it the next time. And that's the same way a dog is gonna act. Oh, if you let me get away with it this time, he definitely better. He better let me. That's what in their minds. They're very arrogant. He better let me get away with it next time, because if he don't, I'm gonna act out. But so what the father has to do, if he's consistent with 7 p.m., what's gonna happen is they got some big mosquitoes out here. That's why I'm doing all the blowing. God damn, getting hit with them. What you gonna find is that if they come in the house after 7 p.m., there's gonna be a correction. And that correction, depending on the parent, you know, if you're a black parent, you probably get your butt whooped. Or what they could also be doing, they might take something away. Now, when I was a child, I don't know why, butt whoopings are the worst, but at the same time, getting something taken away from you is like the worst, because it's like almost like acid being poured on you. They continue, it just continues to hurt. Just keep that in mind. It's just something to talk about today. It's just something to think about, that the things that you do in life does transfer. So maybe if you could just fix a little of those small things, you probably could find success in being a better leader. So make sure y'all subscribe if this is your first time watching my content, and just try to help somebody out if you can, because none of us is perfect. We all seeking perfection, but truthfully, we'll never find it. Because there will always be something going on. There will always be something that's challenging. There will always be something that is testing us. And we're not always going to win every time. So if we're not always going to win every time, there's no such thing as perfection.